Good morning, guys. It's Chris from the daxtrader.co.uk. It's the 5th of September. This is the Dax Technical Analysis. And today we've kicked off with a bearish gap, which is not closed. And we've now broken below the low of yesterday, as well as taking out the low of our IB. And we're heading straight down towards this shaded zone. We've got three different lows marked out here, one at 127. We've got one at 105 and one at 86. The 127 is from back here on the 17th. The 105 was from back here on the 15th. And the 86 was from back here in July, around about the end of July. So as you can see, this is the shaded area from these previous lows here. So I'm kind of looking for a spot to see how we react. And anywhere in there could be interesting to see. Would I be surprised if we just completely take this zone out? No. We're historically in that weaker season now. And this has been a pretty sharp decline since, 27th, 28th of August. If we're looking for reasons for this, then, well, we pretty much just need to go straight to the trade dispute. I think that's what everybody seems to be pinning all of this on. If it's positive, it's because the trade dispute concerns are subsiding, and if the market has moved down, then it's because the trade dispute concerns are accelerating again. Pretty much seems to be the scapegoat for all of this at the moment. So, a few things that are going on at the moment. There's political issues in Turkey and Italy. That still seems to be a problem. Italy's rearing its head again because the country's obviously massively in debt, and there's a draft budget due out shortly, and the ruling party wants to avoid a confrontation with the EU. So they're looking and expecting for some things to come out, which may not happen. So keep an eye out on that. I was half expecting for the DAX to be a little bit more positive than it has been over the last couple of days. But, you know, one of those things. DAX doesn't really care what I want and doesn't really care what you want. It does what it's going to do. Getting alerts and dings all over the place at the moment. So if that's coming through on the mic, please excuse me. Now, trading financial markets is risky. There's a trading disclaimer that applies. Before you go any further with this video, make sure you read and accept that. The usual thing, if you like the content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be good to receive your feedback as well. And yeah, don't be a stranger to the website. Come and visit it, thedaxtrader.co.uk, and check it out when you get a sec. All right, as far as the levels are concerned, then, so we're currently at 131, looking to test that 127 and break through that. And let's see if any reaction happens in that kind of 40-point zone there, that shaded area. I was having a look at this morning, which was an action center reaction line set, and just to see whether or not we were going to get a third reaction down here, which we've now broken through and kissed it goodbye on the way down to this 127. Started its life off here as a low to low down sloping trend line, almost became a supported multi-pivot line, and towards the end of the session it kicked up again on the beginning of the session yesterday, should I say 2 days ago, is what I meant here. And we had that sharp rally in the morning, which ran up towards a previous point of control, just past it. And then from there, 200 plus point move down through the center line with this wide range bar that I've pointed to here. A little try and test to kind of come to the underside of the center line before continuation down to reaction. So this, had you have actually shorted it, even if it was at the bottom of that wide range bar there, would have still gained you 60, 70 points on a move down to a reaction line. Had you have waited for a pullback, then you could have got anywhere between 100 and 120 points or so. Excuse me. We'll go with 100. Anyway, just a simple action center reaction line set. However, we've actually tagged it from the underside already now on the way down towards, which I think we've just hit that 127. So this line is now moved in. All right, we're going to check the numbers and let's see. So here we go. The low of today is actually already 127, and I wonder whether we can see the close. We can't. All right, I'll leave that alone. There we go. 220. So we closed at 220 last night, opened at 182. So that's pretty much a 40-point gap, and now down to low of 127. So that's a good 100 points that we've taken off so far for today. And as far as the strategies and levels are concerned for today, looking at selling, if we get a test back up towards the point of control, that's an area that would be of interest here. It looks like at the moment, the first test of that 127 is providing a reaction. So I was half expecting that zone to be an area for buyers to pick it up. They've certainly done so 4 or 5 times in the past, but it's just for how long will that door continually be knocked before it opens? And these are the difficult questions to ask. So we haven't yet formed our 2-hour IB. It's just widened out, so the IB is now a low of 127. But one strategy could be to wait for a move up towards the point of control from yesterday, which is around about the 200, well, it's 207, says over here. And the point of control is a high volume node. It's the highest volume node on the profile of the previous date. It's generally the highest value, highest volume area that was traded, highest tick value that was traded, and it will be within a value area of the previous day's profile. So for me, that could be one way of looking to trade this. Another way could be to just simply wait for a break below the IB, or perhaps even this sort of breakout level down here, 1285. Notice how that 1285 is actually a level that we marked out previously as well. So that would have been the low from the 27th, I think, of July, somewhere around there. So a break below that, I think, would probably look something like this. So I think if we do manage to take it, it's probably not worth shorting that, but it might be worth waiting for a bit of a relief rally, mini relief rally, and then look at shorting it from there. So my own bias at the moment is fairly neutral. I know you could say that there's no reason to be looking to buy, but I would be happy if an opportunity comes to buy or sell, and happy to be nimble at the moment. Yesterday, strategy that would have worked well was the BBRSI. There was a sell signal here late in the session. I was actually not around at that particular one. But the interesting ones were just after the webinar yesterday completed. There were these 3 sell signals here, and any one of those could have gained up to 200 points. And then as far as the review of the session went, it was just a pretty simple series of successive lower highs, lower lows. I'm just marking out the lower highs at the moment, all confirmed by a low taking out the previous low. That low took out that low. This low took out that low to confirm that. This low took out that low to confirm that, and so on and so on. This low took out that low to confirm that. And there we go. You can kind of see this working. I don't need to insult your intelligence. And it just continually succeeded itself all the way down to this one here, which was the last lower high, because this low took out that low, confirming this is a lower high. And then what we found interesting here is that that low was broken, and there was a little area where it kind of swapped, and it baited it, tested it again, created this double bottom with bullish divergence here, which was interesting. What do I mean by the bullish divergence? Go and look up what regular divergence is. So you got a low on price here, a lower low on price, but I think there was a higher low on the oscillator, just about. And then price lifted towards the kind of consolidation phase of the second half of the session. But there was a second signal here. So BBRSO was one of the better strategies from yesterday. And the indicator for MetaTrader for BBRSI is available on the forum, available for premium members. And if you want the Sierra Charts chart book, which includes all of this stuff and formulas and all the rest of it, you'll need to be a gold member to download that for Sierra Charts. There are some available already on the forum, but the most up-to-date ones will be for gold members. All right. So for today, then, that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking for, to see whether or not we manage to make any headway past this 127. At the moment, we seem to have bounced. And if we do bounce even, perhaps get towards this gap close or get the 207 point of control as a potential area to look at shorting. Breakout strategy, you probably want to wait for the IB. The 2-hour opening range, and have a look and see what that does. But that's it for today, because I'm going to just jump straight into the charts now, a little bit later than I wanted to do for today. But join us again tomorrow at 7 o'clock for another webinar, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys there. Have a great trading day. Catch you later. Take care.